I work reception at a boutique hotel in Amsterdam. Last month, an American couple checked in and immediately asked where they could exchange their dollars. I pointed to the ATM outside. The husband shook his head. No, we need euros. Real ones, not ATM euros. I blinked. Sir, euros are euros. He leaned in like he was sharing insider knowledge. ATM euros have fees baked into the actual bills. We learned that in Paris. His wife nodded seriously. The bills feel different. I handed them a pamphlet about currency exchange. He glanced at it and said, "This is in Dutch." I said, "Yes, we're in the Netherlands." He frowned. But Amsterdam is international. He spent 15 minutes trying to find an authentic exchange place before returning to use the ATM. Later, he asked why Dutch euros had a different design than French ones. When I explained EU currency variations, he accused me of scamming tourists. A colleague in Copenhagen once served an American who insisted Danish wasn't a real language. "It's just misspelled English," she announced, pointing at menu items. When he replied in Danish, she got frustrated. "Why are you making this difficult? Just speak normally." She left a review saying the staff refused to communicate. Another hotel guest in Brussels demanded we move the mannequin pie statue closer to his room for better photos, and we explained. It's a historical landmark. He offered to pay extra. Everything has a price in Europe, right? These stories share one theme: Americans abroad who transform confusion into unshakable confidence. Let me walk you through the greatest hits. I manage a car rental office in Munich. An American businessman rented a sedan for a week. He returned after 2 days, furious. "Your speedometer is broken. It says I'm going 120, but the car barely moves." I asked if he meant kilometers per hour. He scoffed. "Obviously it's broken. Miles are universal. We invented cars," explained. Germany uses metric. He waved me off. Henry Ford was American. Therefore, all cars use miles. He demanded a properly calibrated vehicle. When I showed him the conversion, he accused us of installing faulty equipment to confuse tourists. This is a scam to make us drive slower and waste rental days. He tried to dispute the charge with his credit card company, claiming we'd rented him a defective vehicle. His evidence was a photo of the dashboard showing 120 with a note saying "proof of malfunction." The credit card company sided with us. He left a review warning Americans that German rental cars are rigged against freedom units. He genuinely believed speedometers should automatically convert based on driver nationality. My sister works at a pharmacy in Stockholm. An American woman came in demanding Advil. My sister offered ibuprofen. The woman insisted she needed real Advil, the American kind. My sister explained it's the same medication, just different branding. The woman shook her head. Swedish medicine is weaker because of socialism. I need American strength. She showed a bottle she'd brought from home. Empty. This works. Your version won't. My sister checked the label. 200 milligrams ibuprofen. She showed the Swedish version. 200 milligrams ibuprofen. Identical. The woman squinted at both bottles. The font is different. That changes absorption rates. She asked to speak with the head pharmacist. He explained in detail that medications are regulated by compound, not brand. She listened politely, then said, "But have you tested them side by side?" He confirmed they're chemically identical. She bought it reluctantly but returned the next day, claiming it felt different. She wanted a refund to buy American medicine online, which would cost triple with shipping. He asked if it worked for her pain. She admitted yes. But it's not the same psychologically. I sell train tickets in Prague. An American asked for a ticket to Czechoslovakia. I said that country dissolved in 1993. Did he mean Czech Republic or Slovakia? He insisted Czechoslovakia still existed. I saw it on a map. I asked which map. An older one, but countries don't just disappear. I showed him a current map of Europe. He studied it suspiciously. This is revisionist. My history teacher never mentioned a split. When I explained the Velvet Revolution, he cut me off. That sounds made up. You can't just divide a country peacefully. I offered tickets to Prague, Bratislava, or both. He wanted the capital of Czechoslovakia. I said Prague is the capital of Czech Republic. He shook his head. No, the real capital. I offered Bratislava in Slovakia. He got annoyed. You're being deliberately unhelpful. Another customer intervened in English, confirming the split. The American turned to him. Are you Czech? The man said, yes. Then you're biased. He eventually bought a ticket to Prague, but asked if his passport needed both stamps. He seemed disappointed, like he'd been denied proof of visiting a country that no longer existed. I wait tables at a quiet bistro in Lyon. An American family sat down and immediately started talking loudly. Other diners glanced over. The father noticed and said even louder, finally, some energy in here. French places are like libraries. I brought menus. He asked why everyone was whispering. I explained this was a traditional dining room where people value quiet conversation. He laughed. That's ridiculous. Restaurants are social. His teenage son started playing videos on his phone at full volume. I politely asked him to use headphones or lower it. The father intervened. He's a kid. Let him enjoy himself. I explained other guests had complained. He looked around. They're barely talking anyway. We're livening things up, the mother chimed in. In America, restaurants have atmosphere. I said this restaurant has been here since 1921 with the same atmosphere policy. He called it pretentious. You should thank us for bringing life to this morgue. They stayed for 2 hours, growing louder with each course. When they left, I found a €2 tip on a €60 bill. The note said, maybe invest in music. Place needs energy. I bartend in Barcelona. An American ordered a cocktail, then asked for tap water. I brought a bottle of sparkling water. He pushed it back. No tap water. Free tap water. I explained we charge for water in Spain. He leaned back, arms crossed. That's illegal. Water is a human right. I said it's €1. He refused. I'm not paying for water. Bring tap, explained our policy again. He demanded to see the manager. My manager repeated the policy. The American launched into a speech about unwater rights and how charging for water violates international law. My manager offered the water for free to end the debate. The American took it triumphantly but left no tip, saying, you can't guilt me after trying to exploit. Basic human needs. He posted online about how Barcelona bars are scamming tourists with water charges, recommending everyone demand their rights. His post got comments from other Europeans, explaining that charging for water is standard. He argued with each one, insisting they were brainwashed by corporate propaganda. I work at a casual cafe in Oslo. An American couple finished breakfast and left cash on the table with a note. Service was adequate. Here's 20% because we believe in rewarding hard work, unlike Norway. The tip was 50 kroner on a 300 kroner bill, roughly 17%. I brought it back, explaining, we don't expect tips. Wages are included. The husband refused to take it back. Keep it. You earned it, I insisted. Please? It's not necessary. He got frustrated. Why are you arguing? This is a compliment. I explained that by Norwegian standards. Offering a tip can feel condescending, like we're underpaid. His wife looked offended. We're trying to be generous, I clarified. I appreciated the thought, but truly didn't need it. He stood up. This is why socialism fails. No incentive. He placed the money firmly on the table and walked out. My coworker took it and we donated it to charity. The next week, we found a review. From them praising themselves for teaching Norwegian, workers about gratuity culture, and hoping we'd learned the value of service incentives. They'd turned a cultural difference into a moral crusade. I worked border control at Vienna airport. An American man approached my booth without his passport visible. I asked for his passport. He smiled. I'm American. We have an agreement. I asked which agreement. The one where Americans don't need passports in Europe? I explained the Schengen area requires passport control for non-EU citizens. He disagreed. I've been to Canada without a passport. Said Canada and Europe have different rules. He pulled out his driver's license. This is federal ID. It works everywhere. I repeated, I needed his passport. He sighed dramatically and dug through his bag, producing a passport. I checked it and stamped it. He watched, confused. Why are you stamping it? We're allies. I explained entry requirements. He shook his head. This is new. Obama changed this, didn't he? I said passport requirements predate Obama by decades. He wasn't listening. I've been coming to Europe since the 90s. Never needed stamps. I showed him stamps from previous trips in his own passport. He examined them closely. Those are fake. I'd remember. I asked if he remembered entering Europe before. He said yes, but insisted the process was different. You just walked through. I explained he likely forgot because it was routine. He grew agitated. Are you calling me a liar? I clarified I was simply processing his entry. He demanded to speak to someone American. You're violating our alliance. My supervisor, Austrian, repeated everything I'd said. The man asked for the American embassy's number. My supervisor offered it. He didn't call. Instead, he took a photo of his stamped passport and muttered about reporting us. As he left, he turned back. This wouldn't happen in a real democracy. His passport had 17 European entry stamps. These stories aren't about ignorance. They're about confidence so complete, it bends reality. These travelers don't ask questions. They make declarations. They don't adapt. They expect the world to align with their assumptions. And when it doesn't, they don't reconsider. They double down. Next time, we'll explore what happens when this confidence meets Asia's unspoken social rules. Spoiler: train etiquette violations that caused international incidents, restaurant seating wars, and one man who tried to tip a Buddhist monk. The confidence doesn't fade. It just finds new ways to confuse everyone.